Oh, yes. Friday Night Aces.
Hello.
We're back after a 2-week
We are
absence. We're back. And we brought a new face with us. And we found this guy who's actually got, look at his new haircut. It's all wavy.
It's a lot. There's no haircut. That's what's happening.
That's
no haircut. It's not a new haircut. It's actually an old haircut, just not touched up.
I was making sure we're streaming there. There we go. We're streaming. That's fantastic. And who do we got here tonight? Of course, me, Paul Clarkson. We got Jesse K live from downtown Toronto. We got Thomas Gofton. And the newest face in addition here in the studio is Rui Albino. Rui, tell us a little bit about yourself, buddy.
Hey. I 8 years at Ubisoft as a storyboard artist. That no longer. I now teach at a couple of colleges for art and animation and such. And I'm looking forward to playing some BattleTech.
Hey, Rui and I met about 10 years ago playing Magic at a local game shop in Toronto when I was still living in Toronto. And about 4 weeks ago maybe? A month ago, I was sitting at the local hobby shop painting, and Rui just walked in. We looked at each other like, what are you doing here? And what are you doing there? He's like, I moved into town. So he lives a couple blocks away. It's perfect. So we're quick off the heels of 2 conventions. We are at ACEN, Thomas and I, and along with the rest of the Six Sides crew, doing BattleTech and D20 Avengers, fun stuff, and selling some wares with dice there for Sorensen Dice, having a good time.
My brain is mush. I'm staring at the tree between the buildings while you talk, and I'm like, yeah, we were just somewhere.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on. This is not normally me. I'm usually either talkative or insulting with Jesse against Paul, but my brain is fried. I don't even have chat up.
Yeah, we came back from Chicago, and then a day and a half later, we were at Anime Central, and Jesse and the full Fox crew were there. How did that weekend go, do you think, Jess?
Anime North in Toronto at the Congress Center, I think, went great. We met a ton of cool people. We got a ton of folks joining in on the Discord, joining the community. Both, which was really cool to see. We got the grognards out, right? But also just a ton of new people who came in and saw the boards and said, what the heck is this? And ended up buying a bunch of BattleTech stuff from us.
That's right.
We had a great time at Anime North. That con is always, it's always a wild con. But BattleTech, we had a great booth. BattleTech on one side, Lynn Vandersor and some dice on the other. A little bit of D&D going in there with Ed Greenwood and Devin Wilson. What a blast all the way around.
So tonight, what we're going to do, because Rui, I think he's played one game of BattleTech way back when, to get him familiarized with the Alpha Strike system and, of course, our Aces system, we are going to run the same prologue scenario that myself, Jesse, and Russell Zimmerman put together for Snowblind that we've been running at these last 2 conventions, and any upcoming conventions that we appear at between now and Snowblind's actual release. So,
when is it releasing?
Well, it's probably delayed on the boats, because the last Tuesday news they said probably Gen Con or maybe fall. So that's news. I found out on Tuesday.
It seemed like it was in flux while she was doing it.
Yeah.
So
Well, it was
open for August. Expect a month or 2 later.
We originally heard that it was supposed to be July before, and then it got pushed back to Gen Con, and then pushed back a little bit, but it may be there at Gen Con.
They'll fly something in for Gen Con. There's no way they're not going to have something for Gen Con.
We'll be there, and we'll have this regardless. So you come to Gen Con, you come to Gen Con, you come to possibly some other earlier shows.
I have to carve out some time.
You will see this, and we will be stateside again and a few different places before now in Gen Con. So stay tuned to where that's going to be. We'll be updating everybody in the next few days to a week as to our upcoming appearances for June, July. Okay? So that said, we are going to run this intro scenario that everybody at those last 2 conventions has played. I will throw it over to Jesse to read out the narrative here that we've written and describe what the scenario is going to be. Tonight, Jesse is actually going to control the decks from home remotely, and we have copies of the decks here, and we're going to play together as a trio, and just interpret things based off the cards, what he's called out on screen. Okay, guys?
Well, also,
This is
before that
definitely-
happens, go ahead, Jesse. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead, Tommy, please.
Oh,
I
they
think
call this.
we're doing the same way. Yeah, we're being the Canadian standoff here. I think I'm doing the same thing you're doing, where we just wanted to thank the folks in the chat. Stephen Gnisek sending a little bit. Just a reminder, every donation that you make goes directly to the channel. We don't take any of that home. It goes to keeping the lights on in the studio. So we really appreciate all the super chats and all the every little bit that you can send that helps us, bring all this to you.
Yeah, we do bring some of it home. This is the home that Paul lives in, so
Yes.
like, technically it keeps the lights on for Paul. No. So in that case, no one's going to donate anymore.
Siguro, before Jesse starts this answer, Siguro, yes, we are at Gen Con, whether or not we're actually running events, because we actually are the broadcast team there for Catalyst, right? So we'll be running the studio, doing the cameras, doing the setup, the rig, and the sound, and of course you'll see Jesse and I's beautiful faces on screen, along with Mr. Saravella. Maybe Randall if we let him on stage. Of course, Lauren and those guys as well, right? So, yeah, we will be at Gen Con irregardless just for that. If we have Legacy and the other things up and rolling, bonus. Okay? With that, Jesse, take her away, buddy.
Absolutely. We've got a little bit of fiction, and I'm going to read through some of that and the briefing. The prologue, folks, to Snowblind, taking place at the Jord Research Station in northern Husavik on Thule in the Rasselhag Dominion. The assault started with careful precision, not wild aggression. Star Captain Gunhild Bekker, long recognized for her controlled and disciplined style, moved forward with purpose. She saw the dropship as a system to break down, not just a target. Her plan was simple: find the weak points, use them, and make sure the enemy could not escape. Across the defensive line, the Bear Slayer watched the Ghost Bears approach with a calm that unsettled those around him. The dropship behind him was just a tool, one he had already decided could be sacrificed when he first landed on Thule. His real goal was something else, driven by a personal vendetta that mattered more to him than the Ghost Bears' attack. He let his defensive perimeter weaken, moving his forces not to protect the ship, but to shape the battlefield as he drew the attackers in, letting them think they were gaining ground. To his own warriors, his orders seemed strange, even careless, but to the Bear Slayer, these were just the first steps of his hunt. As the Ghost Bear forces moved closer, he attacked with relentless fury, launching sudden and violent counterstrikes as he consistently seemed to appear where no one expected him, fighting like a predator, following his instincts and obsession rather than any set rules. The dropship burned behind him, but he never looked back. For Star Commander Bekker's superiors in the capital, the battle was already won, while for her adversary, it was merely the first step in something far more personal and far more dangerous. Greg, thanks so much for that. That's a very generous donation. Super appreciated, and always glad to see you in the chat.
Jesus, I step away from chat for 1 second, and somebody gives Paul a coffee.
Oh, they like the sound of my voice, Tommy. All right, the briefing for this scenario from Star Captain Gunhild Bekker.
Jesse's gone. Hold on.
Oh no!
Oh,
You're blacked out. See, the donation came in when Paul left, which is directly correlated. And now Jesse's back. There we go.
That's fun. Everyone can hear me okay? Gotta get a confirm on that?
Oh, yeah, you've always been good to hear.
Delightful. The briefing. Warriors, attend. Our objective is the pirate dropship grounded 18 kilometers to our west at an old mining center. Do not waste fire on the hull, as it will not yield to brute force. We will break it properly. That vessel is a system, and every system has failure points. You will advance, identify your targets, and complete your task. Our guile will cripple and deny the enemy any chance of escape. Intelligence indicates the enemy will likely not defend the site in any conventional sense. You will most certainly encounter gaps in their line. Do not assume this is weakness. They will likely shape a trap. This is a thinking enemy. Expect sudden counterstrikes, rapid repositioning, and attacks against isolated units. Always maintain cohesion. If you overextend, they will exploit it. We will advance deliberately, secure each target, and dismantle the ship piece by piece. Do not be drawn into chasing the enemy. Stay on mission. Control the field and execute the game plan, and the dropship will fall. Execute. So, we are playing the Ghost Bears, and we are confronting the Bear Slayers pirates and their dropship. We are going to have to build a force, but we are also going to have to keep in mind our reconnaissance options on this one. Essentially, we can spend up to 100 PV of our starting force on reconnaissance. What this will mean is we will choose a certain number of units to hold back from initially deploying, and in exchange, they will be able to provide us an advantage of a little advanced knowledge of what we want to do. So when we ran this at conventions, we had players go through all the 8 mechs that are included in the Snowblind box, which you can see at the bottom of your screen there. Delightfully well painted by Paul and Jeremy, our friend from Forbes. I'm almost furious at how gorgeous they are. We'll probably get one in the dice cam at some point in case you didn't have a chance to see it on one of the cons. They're gorgeous. But so let's build a force. Paul,
so we actually built a force ahead of time. I built the force for us to help save on time.
There you go.
What we have, I'll go over with what we have here.
Before you do that, just to let everyone know that in about 20 minutes, I do have to dip, so I'm not here for the whole scenario. We're going to throw Rui right onto the bus.
Yes.
So you're going to have to do it all without me. But whatever he tells you, challenge. That's the only thing you need to worry about is always challenge what Paul says.
So on the side of the
left or the right side?
of the Ghost
Stage
Bears,
left or
the
stage
player
right?
force, stage right.
Okay, I'll shut up.
We have a Firemoth G, a Viking 2C, and a Nova Cat B. Thomas, on your side, you got the other reminder.
Stage left
cards?
or stage right?
Yes, over there.
Arctic Cheetah, you're going to need them eventually. We got the Rhyme Otter.
Yep.
It's like the Rhyme.
No, the Rhyme Otter is the Aces decks. Yours are the top cards.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
he's taking the Aces decks, right?
I will eventually take them because he's going to learn, but you can do them for a turn, right?
All right, fine.
Yeah, the top cards there are the ones that the players are using, which is us.
All right, Rhyme. There's another Rhyme Otter. There's a Rhyme. What is it? The Rhyme Otter Fest?
They have a Rhyme Otter, and we have a Rhyme Otter. It's clan versus clan, right?
Oh, right. Kingfisher, Grizzly, and an Arctic Cheetah.
There you go.
Is it all the same thing? Because there's a King Cheetah here as well, or an Arctic Cheetah here as well.
Clan versus clan.
King Cheetah.
Okay. The opposition.
So this is actually a good thing to bring up, because I've seen people are still asking about this. So in the Scouring Sands box, it was very easy. You had one opposing force. It was Clan Jade Falcon. The mechs in that box belonged to the Op 4. Snowblind is going to be more complicated. There's more than one opposing force. There are going to be 2 conflicting Ghost Bear forces and a pirate force, but they are all drawing from the same pool of units. So they're going to be building their forces based off of the 8 mech models that are in the box, but there are also tokens included that cover additional forces that tend towards vehicles. Most of those are in, I think it's the Battle and Firelance box, so you're going to see vedettes, you're going to see missile carriers, you're going to see manticores. So really, when you buy the box, you will have enough of those to deploy for one force, and that's fine for 90% of players, but I know some of you hardcore people like Paul are going to want to get multiple copies of Snowblind, so you can get one entire force painted up like Ghost Bears, one entire force painted up like Pirates. And that's sort of an example of what you're looking at here on the board today. So, yeah, both sides have that Rhyme Otter. We've just got 2 Rhyme Otters, one painted up for the Bear Slayers boys, and one painted up for the Rasselhag, the Minions, Ghost Bear 2.
All right, so the opposition force here for the Bear Slayers pirates, they have, ironically, a lance because they are pirates. Their lance consists of the Bear Slayer himself in a Kingfisher, and that is a D variant, a Grendel Eye, a pair of Vedette tanks, which you can see here on the ramp leading up to the dropship, and there are 3 platoons of motorized pirate infantry out there to face it. In addition to that, there's the 2 that Tommy already told you about. There's
the Rhyme Otter and the Cheetah.
Yep.
The DT.
Yep.
Demonic Tutor.
Yep. There you go. Yep. And that is the op for us.
There
So
we
Jesse,
go.
Jesse
That's
can
it.
carry on with what we got to do here for what the option or the objectives are, and then what our options are for reconnaissance.
Thank you to Crew for the 3-month membership and writing, "How dare you make me buy 2 boxes? Kidding. I can't wait."
Yes.
Another command. I'm sorry that I didn't get to see you more, Crew. I know I saw you at Chicago, I think once in the hallway.
Yep.
And then that was the end of it. And I think because I was trying so hard to get back down to that BattleTech room, but never could. Admittedly, I did fly to Atlanta on Saturday night and fly back Sunday night, and most of your crew was gone by
Yes,
then. So I only really had the Friday to say hello.
Yep. All right, Jess, what do we got for mission here?
Yeah, to restate, just because I see people are asking about it in the comments, we are hoping for Snowblind for August, but it sounds like it may have been delayed to later in the fall. The Catalyst and the most recent Tuesday news day seemed a little uncertain of when you'll be able to get your hands on it. Whether or not it's out for pre-order depends on your local game store. It's not available on the Catalyst store itself at this time. If your local game store has already secured orders from their distributor, they may be taking pre-orders, but that is up to their individual onus. In this scenario, so the objectives, as was described by Gunhild Bekker in the fiction, we're going to be taking apart this dropship piece by piece. There are 5 waypoints on the map, A through E, each one representing something that has to be destroyed or otherwise attacked, the details of which we would normally only find out once we got a unit up to it. I think in this scenario, Paul, it's within 2 inches of
No,
the
6
waypoint.
6 inches. 6 inches.
6
You
inches?
probably got an early edit. We changed it to 6. Yeah.
All right, then yeah, I have an earlier PDF here. 6 inches. However, we might not show up with what we need to execute on that. So that's where the reconnaissance options come in. We can pick some of our force and hold them back to sort of give us a little advanced knowledge on what those waypoints are, and that's going to be by point value. The more PV from the player force that we hold back, the more information we'll get. Once that waypoint is taken care of, we could then deploy that reconnaissance unit onto the map. So we have to sort of thread the line of how much of the units do we want to start with right away, how much do we want to hold into reserve, and see if that can speed up the game later on. So that is going to be up to you folks there at the table, I think.
So for 25 point value, we can know what it requires to trigger. We can trigger a waypoint, but to actually activate the waypoint, we'll know what it requires.
Okay.
For 50, we can do 2. For 75, we can do 3. For 100, we can do 4 of the 5.
What does that leave us with if we?
That depends on what our point values are on our mechs, so we leave those behind. Once we've revealed those, or actually activated those waypoints, we can then bring those units on as a reserve roll from the starting point.
Right.
So it's kind of like a hedge your bet here. Like you're going to go, do we want to just go blind and fight it out and try to figure it out?
Into the snow?
Into the snow?
Blind into the snow or
Yep.
snow blind?
That's right.
Jesus.
Blind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do we want to know a little bit about what we're going to do and be a little tactical but go in a little light?
I mean, I like to go in light and be tactical. Paul just likes to go balls to the wall.
Yeah.
So what I'd like is I like the idea that A and D are close anyways.
Yep.
So we can go for the 50 points, pick A and D, and then we know what we're doing. And once those taken out, we get our other guys in a little sooner. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
So we'll leave the Nova Cat I got over here. It's 53 points. We'll leave it back. It's a missile boat anyways, right? It's all missiles. Okay. So it can be okay coming in reserve, giving in fire support, right? So I'll just pull the Nova Cat back for now.
But this is their forces here. I'm sure they have reinforcements coming on their own.
We don't know. Doesn't say on the sheet.
Looking for the miniatures anywhere on the board here.
So you got 1, 2,
You got
3.
these little things.
There's a 4th here.
right, does he?
And then you got the little
The
platoons of
tanks
infantry.
And, the infantry.
And 2 tanks up at the front.
Okay.
The fodder.
Yep, the fodder.
Well, should we?
Yeah, we should. So for those watching for the first time, when we roll initiative, we have a little initiative thing that we do. So we each have a white and red commemorative die from Catalyst Game Labs. We roll initiative if we, in the event of a tie. Whoever rolled higher on the red.
How are you going to beat the 12 I just got?
Oh my God!
How are you going to beat the box
He's
cars?
cheating.
Box cars.
I rolled
Look
for
at
the
that.
Aces deck.
Look at this.
So-
right there. Read that, guys.
The players.
Box cars.
Yeah. We'll remove
Can't believe it's
that.
still on there.
Keep this guest on more often. Yeah, we will.
Noise.
Macro Raptors. You already said Rui. Rui is installed.
Rui's part of the squad now.
Macro Raptor is a great painter. Very good painter.
Oh, nice.
So what do we got? They have.
Was that the guy you said you could paint better than?
No, I can paint. I play better than
Just
Hess.
kidding. I'm just kidding,
Hess.
Macro.
No, Zess. Zess and I have already talked on text
Just
message.
kidding.
No, when you
see, it's like
when he called me out because I said Zess and I need to play because I could probably beat him if I got my practice. So Zess and I have been talking on text message.
oh, so you're going to battle.
When we go to Gen Con, we're going to try and figure out a time that when we can play, but that hasn't been decided yet because he's got a bunch of games.
So whoever
to play.
wins the game is the better painter.
player.
I didn't say player. I said painter.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I said
you're. I said wasn't Macro Raptor the guy you said you were a better painter?
Macro Raptor's amazing. He's amazing.
It doesn't matter what you said, Tommy. Paul's been on this thing about how he's never technically lost a BattleTech game.
I have not.
Except you know that's wrong, Jesse, because we've got physical proof of me beating him multiple times on screen. In fact,
just once.
Paul has never see that.
Just once.
I beat Paul just once. I'm the reigning champion.
But that was not a classic BattleTech.
Doesn't matter.
It was Alpha Strike, and we screwed up the rules. All right, we've got how many forces on our side? We got 4, 6.
I got 4.
Yeah, we got 6 out there, and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Correct? You got 2 over there.
I got
So
2
it's they lost initiative, so they will go first and move 1. What's the lowest number you got over there, Thomas? I got 291.
707 and 817.
So 817.
You
Oh,
also-
sorry.
does he
Jesse,
know-
actually.
does
Time
he-
out.
does he know what
Jesse's
this
doing
means?
it. Jesse's doing
But
this.
does he know what this means?
We'll get to that when Jesse calls it out.
No, you should explain to him why we're comparing numbers.
Oh, we're calling out initiative numbers for the Aces cards, but Jesse's actually going to do it because he's got the decks in order. We're just going to match. So when he matches,
In the game basis, when you have the decks
We'll
of
give it a
cards.
shot.
Hold on a second. When you
let
have
him,
the
let him call out the right card.
Oh my God! Let me explain to him how to play the game.
No,
because people
yes.
that watch this want to play
When
as
he
well.
calls out the right card, then you can bring out the right card and show it to him.
Let me explain this to him. When you play the game Aces, we've determined that the initiative system has to be played by series of decks of cards, and all the decks of cards based on the rolls have different numbers. Those numbers change based on how you shuffle. That randomizes the order so that you, as a player, can't quite figure out when the decks are going to go in order to help beat the strategy against you. And there's these little white numbers here. Right, everyone? That's how you describe something.
I'm muting his mic. It's being muted. Jesse, which one do you have going first on your side? Because we have to match to what you have.
Oh, gosh. All right. I feel like this is going to be very complicated, Paul, but we're going to give it a shot. In actuality, my Pirate Commander card, at card A, wants to assign the Move First token to my unit with the highest move and highest PV.
Yep.
In that case, I mean, Arctic Cheetah or the Rime Otter, but the highest PV between them is definitely the Rime Otter.
Yep.
So I'm going to say that he's moving first. So the Scout card I have up for the Rime Otter is Scout card 817.
That's on yours, Sarah.
So you
Okay, so the Rime Otter 817. I only have Cheetah 817.
You have the Rime Otter over there.
Yeah, but the Cheetah is 817. The Rime Otter is
They
717.
just find that card in the deck.
Yeah. So
It's
the
sharing.
Arctic
They're
Cheetah-
sharing decks. They're sharing
Yeah,
decks.
the
Okay.
Arctic Cheetah and the Rime Otter are both sharing the Scout deck. But yeah, I think, again, this is where the system is going to break down.
You just need to
I'm
grab the
not
right card that he's got,
sure
that's all.
me calling
Okay.
the card from all the way over
Okay.
here is going
We
to
got
be
it. We're good.
We got
heavily
it.
got it.
efficient use of our time.
We're good.
Okay, well, so Rime Otter, Scout card 817. Its aggressive and balance conditions are both looking for activated opponents. Since he's the first one to move, there are no activated opponents, so he's going to default straight to cautious behavior, which means that he is looking for the nearest target, and he wants to ground move. Sprint if there are no enemies in 30, but they are within 30. So he's going to be walking where he wants to end up. He wants to have no enemies within 16 inches, wants to be closer to his target, and also have cover.
Okay, so you got the Rhyme Otter over there.
Two things. One, did you understand any of that?
I got it.
Cool.
I got
and
it.
number
yeah.
two, and number two, I just got to call this one out because this is awesome. Warden, I was gonna say Wyclef fail, but that's not it at all. Warden Cliff fail. Wrote, you and all this channel were part of the catalyst. What? You and this channel were part of the catalyst that got, I see what they said there. The part of the catalyst that got me into BattleTech for the first time recently. Your setups and play are fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
It's great.
I do see what you did with the name Catalyst. There. That's great.
We appreciate that you saw the rule of cool and you got to meet great guys like Jesse and the rest of the team at Fox, and of course sometimes Tommy, sometimes and that you got into the game. We appreciate. That's what we're trying to do out there. We're trying to build bridges and build a bigger community.
Deal. So Scout 817 is going to move.
He wants nobody within 16, and he wants cover from everybody. Correct, Jess?
Which one is Scout?
He's the one at the back.
Yep, one there?
That's the Rhyme Otter.
So, and his movement is 12 or 16. There's no jump. Rui's going to move him.
Oh, right.
So he wants to. So his conditions again, Rui, just to let you know, is that he wants to
be with
no enemies within 16. So
16.
we know it's going to be somewhere in this ballpark. But I don't think he can move to 12, and he wants to close in on the targets, which is those guys. And he wants cover from the greatest amount of enemies. So he wants to get some sort of cover here.
Yeah, here, or is that cover?
That's cover.
I don't think he can go that far.
I don't think he quite get that.
What's his move?
12.
12, yes.
So he's going into the woods or something,
he's going
right?
into there.
So when
to stay in there because of cover.
Rui, so when you move,
Yeah.
you move freely. You don't have to pay for facing changes. But when you do enter a wood hex or you go up an elevation, you pay double.
Pay double. Okay.
And Bekker comes in with the re-up of his membership for 32 month-aronies.
I thought we banned this guy.
Never. We ban you before we ban him.
So I've got 10 inches to here.
Yeah.
So then I have to pay an inch to go up
Something
the...
Paul's never heard.
Not little ones.
No?
Only on the big ones.
All right. So there we go. There he is.
He gets,
Here, let's-
he gets
oh,
right in
right
there. He's hiding in there. So he's
And then tokens are over there by you, Thomas. So then we'll place a movement token on each card, Rui. There's a spot that says TMM, which stands for the target movement modifier.
Where are the tokens?
So
Here.
back in the underneath, take out the top of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go. When you played Classic way back in the day, depending on how many hexes you displaced, you got a modifier to be hit. You became, even faster you move, the harder or more difficult, right?
He gets
So
a 2.
in Alpha Strike,
I'll leave those over
as
there.
long as you move 1 inch, because it's a more simplified version of the game, you get your target movement modifier, which is calculated based off a formula from your typical Classic movement, what it would move on average, right?
All
So
right.
that one in that case is a +2, which means it's a 5/8 movement profile usually, or a 6/9 in Classic BattleTech. Okay?
Cool.
All right. So the Aces decks have moved. We get to pick one of ours. What is he giggling about? Ban the lambs.
What's going on
The
inside
response.
here? On the other side of this drop-ship.
Ban Paul.
Oh yeah,
It's ban with your remote.
Ban.
Yeah, we get to pick some movement here.
Yeah.
Kingfisher, Rhyme Otter, Arctic Cheetah. What do we want? We're funneling up the middle. We're trying to get to D and A, right?
Yeah.
Should we just like?
Oh hey, no, we didn't do. We didn't reveal our 2 waypoints. We got to pick 2 waypoints. What we know what we need for power.
So we want to go A and D, right?
Yeah.
A and D.
Yeah.
So Jess, you got the waypoint section there.
Sure. My PDF is a little out of date, so if it's changed, let me know.
No,
But what
the
we
waypoints
got-
never change.
Great. Okay, so the Waypoint A. Those are the from Waypoint A. You will have a shot at the thermal regulators. If the activating unit has a short-range damage rating of 3.
So okay, yeah, you do have an older copy. So it's a 10. We need a combined total damage rating of 10, and the other one D is what?
All right. Well, if it's an outdated copy, I don't know.
Yeah, everything's the same. I just know what the changed damage rating is. So we need a combined
in that
damage
case,
rating of
then-
10 there. Yep.
Yep. And then D is the munitions cargo container.
And that'll need a combined damage rating of 5.
So when you mean combined damage ratings,
All-
we have to get within, and we all have to fire with
Not
combined.
all. No, you don't have to fire. What we do is we go your unit that's there.
Yeah.
You take all your combined damage ratings on that card, so short, medium, and long. Okay.
Oh, I
Add
see.
it together. You forgo your fire in that turn because it's technically you're shooting at the components or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, the Arctic Cheetah has a short, medium, long combined damage of 6. It
Not
can't
enough
do the damage
on its
but
own.
the Grizzly has 442, which is a combined damage rating of 10. So
10.
the Grizzly can blow that thing up.
That's right. Or you can send more than one unit there to do it combined.
I see. So if the Rhyme Otter and the Arctic Cheetah together went in there, they spent their actions at 6 and 6 is 12. They blow up
That
together.
is correct.
All right.
Yes. And the other
That's
thing,
an interesting rule, actually.
the other thing that you could do is if you don't have enough, you do half and it takes you 2 turns.
Actually, that's a really cool little thing to do. Combined damage ratings.
Yeah.
There's some design space there.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
I'm pretty smart, eh?
Well, I mean, who'd have thought under all that pepper? All that pepper and leather-faced wrinkle.
All right. Who do we want? Who do we want to move before somebody has a trip to the hospital?
I had to get one more in before I have to go. We want to get up there. Do we want to get up
Annika,
there?
he won't be at the birthday dinner tonight. And when he does get there, he'll be having his steak through a straw.
It's still the things that'll settle
I
off.
assume they were all just joking.
No, we're fucking around. Paul's a pretty boy. Don't worry. He's a pretty boy.
Beskar, if you donate $100, we'll do it on screen.
No, he'll do it. And on that note, we want to get closer to the. We want to get closer to the A and blow it up. Is that what we want?
Yeah.
This is the easier one. This is the 5, right?
That's a 5.
So we should
That's
send
the
the light mechs over to the
That's
5
the
with the
munitions,
heavies.
and that's the fuel, I believe, over there, right? So,
And do these guys hit enough for us to be able to?
they all hit hard.
What's our range on some of our?
So in Alpha Strike, so it's your new thing. Mechs don't have specific ranges like they do in Classic. What they have is there's a standard short, medium, and long for all units. So short range comprised of 0 to 6 inches, medium range is 7 to 24 inches, and then long range is 25 to 42 inches. The difference being is that each unit card has a damage rating at each of those ranges. So some mechs may not have a long range damage rating based on whatever it was they were designed for in Classic, because the formula downgrades it basically 1/10 to create a quicker pace game. Okay,
Got it.
So that said, who do we want to move here first? The Grizzly's pretty quick, eh? Or we can move somebody slow. I could move the Viking 2C. It only moves 4. We can just move it up. Hey, Thomas, you got a thing there? The Viking 2C is this big one.
Yeah.
Move it 4 inches around the corner. That's
Deal.
And it's a TMM of 0.
Right now. This is just movement, not.
Yeah,
not
we're in
shooting.
movement right now.
Okay.
Yep.
There he goes, nice and short.
And he has a standard 0 TMM.
So we'll just get a thing and put it upside down. That's what we like to do.
Oh no!
I literally have to go.
Celebrity boxing on 6 Sides of Gaming.
No, we can't do this. No, we can't do this. You know that he can't literally beat the shit out of me on stream. I have to go. Like I said, I was leaving in 20 minutes. It is literally 20 minutes. Beskar is so much better use for this.
I love you, Beskar.
He wanted to ban you, and I wanted to unban you. I very much appreciate this, but oh my god.
We super appreciate your support, but no, we can't actually have him fist fight.
Also,
No, he's my baby brother.
Also, we do want to
I can
thank.
give him a noogie on screen.
Yeah, you give me. I'll come over there and get a nugget before I go. Well, thanks to Tree of Dem. Thanks to all y'all. Gremlin has moved up on the Mech Warrior Commander to proliferation cycle and started own commander of her Aces campaign. Thanks. Right on.
Oh,
Nice.
That's awesome. Tree,
All right,
it was
with-
a pleasure to meet you and Gremlin in person. Take some photos of her force and post it in the Folk Hyperpulse server.
All right. You can see Paul give me a noogie. I'm going to come over and get a noogie. I do have to go. So, thanks, guys. I'm going to go get my noogie.
All right. For Beskar.
Better be worth the $90 or $100 for a noogie.
Should I do a real noogie or should I just pretend?
Not too hard.
Gonna miss the hair.
It's $100 noogie, Paul. It's up to you to decide what that's worth.
He's got to get on.
Yeah.
The things we do at 6 Sides of the Game.
Nice to meet you.
All right,
Enjoy
Tommy,
your
have a good
birthday.
time. Wish Annika happy birthday again for you.
Thanks, man.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
All right. So, Jess, who's next up for the Aces deck?
Let's see. Is the Kingfisher on the board yet?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then he's going to go up next. I've got the Juggernaut slow card 031.
Yep.
Aggressive is looking for an activated enemy. Oh, there is? Okay, so is there an activated enemy in his current line of sight?
No.
You can't see the Viking yet.
He's
So
right
on to balanced. If he has no line of sight to any enemy from his current position.
Okay.
I think that's true.
Correct.
All right.
For those wondering, the Kingfisher is right there.
Yep. He's looking for the nearest target in medium range.
That would be
He
the
wants to
Kingfisher.
ground. Sorry?
That's the Kingfisher.
Yep. He wants to ground move to get a line of sight on the nearest target, and otherwise, in as few line of sight, and within line of sight, as few enemies as possible.
So the Kingfisher moves a grand total of 8. Easiest way is probably coming this direction,
Sure.
and we will go.
So now he'll lose one because he has to
He'll
step
lose
down?
2. He's going to only go 6. He's going to come down to here, and he has a TMM token of 1. There, right?
So it's a +1?
That's a +1. Yep. Perfect. All right, now we get to pick a unit to move. So, Rui, you should actually just swap seats and go to the other one because you can sit closer to the cards there. In the meantime, he needs a bald spot. That's rough. That's rough, Beskar. Like I could have done that, but and without much resistance, but just make sure he's plugged in there. He may have unplugged
So
it when
many
he left.
ways for us to double check whether or not Catalyst is actually watching. This is one of them.
You're green, right? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So next we've got the Fire Moth and the Viking 2Cs moved already. So okay. So the cards along the top over there, the 4 that
Yes.
don't have cards, decks of cards underneath them.
Mm-hmm.
You can pull that closer. It's on wheels. Yep. I just pushed it back because there was 2 of you there earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
So now we can move any of those 4 or any of the other one that I have. You can see across the top there. You got the Kingfisher is an assault mech. It's going to do a lot of damage and moves about 8. Yeah, the Grizzly is a medium or a heavy that is kind of like Marauderish and Clan version, and the Rhyme Otter is a the Rhyme Otter is a medium, kind of like a pumped up Wolverine, and then you have an Arctic Cheetah, which will be the equivalent of what in Arctic Cheetah is like a good light medium. And then the Fire Moth, which I have over here, is a dynamo. It's only 20 tons and it moves 30, but it does 4 points of damage.
Damn.
It's pretty crazy. Probably want to move our fast guys last.
Okay.
So maybe let's move the Grizzly forward,
All right.
or even the Kingfisher. I think the Kingfisher come in here and create
Kingfisher?
a blocking. I think.
Who do we move first?
My guy over here moved
Okay,
the Viking
cool.
2C.
All right, so we'll go Kingfisher, right?
Right, and it moves 8.
Yes, it does. 8.
So the Kingfisher
So-
is right there. If you want to move him up 8, maybe put him into the trees, move him 6.
Sure.
And then put him into the trees so he has some cover.
This dude. 6, yep. Get him right to here, like that. Move to terrain!
Yep, there it is.
All right.
And then he has a TMM on his card, I believe, of 1, like the other one, right?
Yep, 1.
Yep.
So I brought them here.
And you brought them over. And we will go back to the Aces decks, Jess.
All right, that is going to be the Grendel at Missile Boat card 202.
Yep.
Wants to know if the ideal yellow has activated and was within 42. Yellow, first one is objective. Nobody's on a waypoint yet. So the highest long-range damage you have.
Highest long range
Yes.
damage is the Viking 2C.
Okay, it has activated, and it's within 42, I imagine, right?
Correct.
Yep, okay, then that's what's going to happen. Grendel's going to make an aggressive move. He wants line of sight on the Viking, and he wants to try to get within medium, and he wants cover against all enemies, and out of as much line of sight as he can.
So probably
And what's his move?
he moves. The Grendel moves a 14, and he can jump.
Damn.
So he wants line of sight and cover.
So like right here would be good?
Is there a
14?
way? Is there a way that he can see him without getting in line of sight of the other guys? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But if he goes over here, he gives himself cover, and he also has trees in between as well. So yeah.
I mean, no line of sight, but
Yep.
okay.
And he has a TMM score of 3. Now, when a unit jumps, you place the 3 on there. There is also a series of red tokens in there, the cardboard ones. That signifies a jump. And you can see them on the far corner there. Yep. And a jump adds a +1 bonus to their TMM. Makes them a little more difficult to hit.
Okay.
All right. Back to us. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're moving 2 after this turn. What do we want to move? We can move that grizzly. So you get the grizzly over there.
Okay.
The grizzly's movement profile, I believe, is
an 8.
8.
So we did move him, or did we move the kingfisher?
We moved the kingfisher.
Okay. Yep. So 8, and TMM1 also.
I'm trying to think where we want to move him to. We can probably cost you 2 to go out. So you can, if he went through here, he can only go to 4, which would be there. He couldn't quite get out. If he goes 1, 2, 3, 4,
Definitely a little crowded in there.
8, he can get up here.
That could be cool.
Yep.
He's like
Put him up
sitting
there.
duck, but
He might draw some fire.
And he's also a 1.
He should be. I think he's a 2. Is he 1 or a 2?
TMN1.
Oh, okay. He's slower than I thought. All right, Jess. We have 2 for the Aces decks to move here.
Ace's deck has to move 2. All right, first up is one of the motorized infantry. I'm using amateur infantry card 336. So aggressive is if there are any activated enemies within 10. I guess select one of the.
Yeah, we'll start with the ones closest to me. So within 10, no, there's no activateds.
Okay. Are there any activated enemy units in this unit's line of sight?
Yes,
I'm gonna
the
assume
Kingfisher.
Probably.
The Kingfisher is, yes.
All right, so he wants to target he wants to get line of sight within firing range on the nearest enemy. He wants to close to target, occupy woods, try to avoid being in enemy line of sight.
So he can't quite get in the woods, but he can get behind them. And that's 4, and they are a TMM of 0, and they have moved. Okay, so next one will be also infantry?
Checking my numbers, but yes, next one will also be infantry.
Okay.
So that is card 476. It is the same conditions, however. Activated, so balanced is any activated units within the enemy's units, so that does check out.
Okay, so
this one, however, is prioritizing the red target.
So
which
red
is
target,
highest starting armor.
that would be the Kingfisher. So
Okay.
they
So
will same thing.
What's
They
their
can
move?
step up to the edge of the woods there, or the rock line. Yep.
Like this?
Yep. They only move 4, and they don't have a movement modifier.
Okay.
All right, that's the 2 Aces units. We will go to us. We're gonna probably move the Rhyme Otter here. It'd be the best, I think. And Bezkar, I will answer your question a little bit later when we get a pause. What I would do. So the Rhyme Otter moves, I believe, 10.
12?
12/16.
/16.
Okay, to jump 16. Okay, so we know we have a Grendel sitting there. How far away? 16 inches. It could get right to him, but that's probably not a good idea with 2 tanks, a set of infantry, and another Rhyme Otter sitting right there, right? But this side of the board looks a little on the weak, right? We only got a Arctic Cheetah over here, the infantry, and the Kingfisher slowly making its way. Why don't we... He can make it back here this turn. He won't have line of sight to anything, but maybe this mech reacts to it, and then we can get over to D next turn, right?
Cool.
So if we jump him over here like so, and then he is a TMM of...
TMM 2
plus a red
plus
one.
the red one.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Next for the AI, Jess.
Okay. Next up is one of the vedettes. I'm looking at brawler card 523. Wants to know if there are any activated enemies within 12. I don't
Not
think
quite.
so.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, great. Balanced. Any enemies within 30? Absolutely. So he wants line of sight on the yellow target, which again, that's long range damage.
So King Viking 2 seat.
And then he wants to do it while keeping an ally within 6 inches and cover versus the most enemies.
And they move 12, right? If I remember correctly.
They move 10 tracked.
10 tracked. So the way to do that would be vroom, like so. You can see him. He's got the woods. And they are a TMM Rui of 2.
Okay.
And we have to move a
Ace is
second
moving
one.
A second.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, that's going to be the other vedette.
Yep.
He wants to know if he has armor greater than any enemy's damage rating, and I doubt he does because he's only.
Oh,
got
these are
5
the
armor.
armored versions. They're pretty tough. They've got 5 armor, but that is not true because the Viking does 6.
That's what I'm saying. So the balanced, if this unit has any remaining armor, it absolutely does. It wants to target within 20 inches, and it wants line of sight on red. So your highest starting armor is probably going to be the Kingfisher or the Viking.
The Viking 2C. So he's going to
Yep,
go
So
same thing, basically. He's going to go like this.
Beautiful.
yeah,
Like so. And
that'll
that's
work.
another +2.
Okay.
All right. So now we have the 2 fast guys to go. Correct? Yeah. We have one. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys left to move, and we have 2. All right. So let's say, how quick is my fire moth? It's 30. Now, when you're moving, the reason we use soft tape measures is you can curl and bend around things when you're measuring.
Nice.
Okay. 30 inches. Essentially,
Wow. Nice.
yeah. So
This is the moth.
I'm gonna pay 2 to go over here, so I'm moving 28. So I'm gonna do this. What's the Arctic cheetah move?
Arctic cheetah's
Arch
move
is 16.
is 16 or 12 jump.
12 jump or 16. Here. And I get a 4 TMM. I put him into the woods. We're going to try and bait that Arctic cheetah out. We'll see if it does it. Takes the bait. All right.
Okay.
To the aces decks.
All right. We got 1 infantry unit remaining.
Yep.
He wants to know if he can move into short range of an activated enemy.
No, sir.
Definitely not.
All right. Any activated enemies in the line of sight? Absolutely. He wants red, highest starting armor. That was the Viking. So line up on the Viking and occupy woods.
And what's his move?
4.
Sad trombone for the mechanized infantry.
Yeah, sad trombone.
What do they do? They get any?
They don't get one.
Okay.
They are not quick enough. They are not quick enough. All right.
And his ace is
So a little
his ace
more
is
over
doing
this
a
way.
double
Right?
move.
There we go. Okay, and the next one is who?
Then that's my Arctic cheetah.
Okay, here he goes.
So, if the ideal yellow is active and you can move to attack it without being in any activated enemy's line of sight, absolutely not. You guys have this great firing rate line. Are there any active enemies within 24 or any missile boat allies? There is a missile boat ally, the Grendel.
Yes.
So he's at that. So he's going to pick.
Yeah,
Keying off of any of your guys, he wants line of sight on the nearest active target.
So that's the
So long.
fire moth.
And he wants to be in a position where that target has no cover. What this card is doing is it's setting it up to be a spotter.
So what he could do, he's in the woods, but what he can do, he moves what? Can he jump on this card? Did it say yes?
This one, no jump.
So his movement is what again? 14?
16.
He can do it. He's exactly 12, and it'll cost him 4 to get up to level 2. There he is.
Go.
Yep.
Okay. that's
And
all
his
the aces moves.
and his TMM is what?
Is a 3.
3. He runs right up the hill, and he's spotting on the fire moth, which kind of sucks. All right, we have your Arctic cheetah, Rui. What would we like to do with him?
Jeez.
He's 12, or he could jump. What we just said,
12
16,
to jump,
16, 12
to move. Yeah. Do you want to get him on this side over here? What do you think?
He can jump up here and shoot the other Arctic cheetah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can't get shot by this guy because he has to fire through the thing.
Right, but he's got the 12.
He
to
might
go
be able to
here.
get shot from one
Nice.
point here, but yeah, and
Okay.
he can get to 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move him up here.
Okay, and he's got a team in a 3, and he jumped.
Boom.
There you go.
We're gonna be aggro today. We're going in. We're fighting, and we're fighting
go!
hard. Woo! All right. So that completes the movement phase, right? Okay.
Okay.
So similar to old classic BattleTech, we now go to the firing phase. The team that lost initiative first fires first. The reason being is that in Alpha Strike, you do not have to declare everybody's fire first. You can do it mech by mech or unit by unit. So the advantage would be winning initiative. You know which of your units are dead already before you fire, and then you can do things like Alpha Strike and overheat and things like that.
Right. Okay.
So we go to the aces. Jess, you're going to tell us which of the units is going to shoot first, and then we will do a combat resolution.
Aces are going to fire first. They're going to start with the Kingfisher. He wants red on the command list. I believe that was either the Viking or the Kingfisher. I believe we moved, so he only had a shot on one of them anyway, so it should be pretty easy to determine which.
Yes, he only has line of sight on one unit, and that would be the Fire Moth.
Yeah. So the Pirate Kingfisher. I've got the Kingfisher C on this sheet. That might be, I believe the Bear Slayers is the Kingfisher D.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah. Okay, so
It's
that's
the
all
D.
4s.
Yep. So he's going to be at medium range. He's going to be at base 3, range 5. Cover from the trees is 6, and then 4 for the Fire Moth's movement is 10. So, Rui, what we do here now is we're going to go to the dice cam, and I'm going to get you to grab a total of 4 pairs of dice, different colors, like matching pairs.
Okay.
So we're going to roll. For each point of damage you do at any range, we roll 1 pair of dice. For each pair of dice that match or are greater than the target number, you do a successful hit or a point of damage. Okay? So in this instance, we just worked it out. So you need target number 10. So any pairs that are 10 or more, 1 point of damage for each. Okay?
Or
Right.
matching.
Yep, and just roll them up. So we've got 4 misses. You got
We
a
got
7.
1 matching.
Yeah, but it's only a 4. You need a 10 or better.
Oh, you still needed 10 or better.
10 or better, yep.
Okay, so nothing.
Yep, so you got an 8, an 8, an 8, a 7, and a 9. Yep, just missed by 1. Okay, so the next one up.
All right,
Who do we
next
got?
one up is the first vidette who moved.
Yep.
Wants yellow. That's the Viking.
Yep. And it has. I'll let Rui roll these because he's getting used to it for the first time. At medium range, they are 2 points of damage, so they get 2 sets of dice. They are base skill of 4, I believe. Correct, Jess?
Yes, I
Yeah,
think so.
they're base 4. Medium range is 2. Okay, so short range you get no modifier. Medium range you get a modifier of 2. Long range you get a modifier of 4. Okay, similar to classic BattleTech.
Yeah.
So we're going to be at base 4. Range is 6. Firing through a point of trees is 7, and the TMM of the Kingfisher is 0. So
7.
2 sets of dice, 7 or better.
7 and 10.
And 10. So 2 hits onto the Kingfisher, and of course, or the Viking 2C, sorry, not the Kingfisher. And I'll mark that off here. 1, 2. Of course, you damaged my mech. And we'll go to the next one.
Right. The next vidette, once attacked by ally this turn, so that's easy.
There we go. It's going to be on 7s
same
again
numbers.
on the Viking 2C.
And how many?
2 sets
Two
of dice.
sets?
Yep, it's the one behind him now firing.
Okay.
1 hit.
1 set.
Yep. So it's 3 points of damage on the Viking. Next, Jess.
Okay, next up is my Grendel. If there are no enemies in direct line of sight, use indirect. I believe there are enemies within
Yeah,
line
he's
of
got
sight.
3, 4 units in direct line of sight. Yeah.
Yep. Then attacked by ally this turn.
Firing at the
Piling
Viking
it on.
2C. So the Grendel, you have his card over there. You can see how much damage he does at medium range.
The Grendel?
Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. I have it over here. My bad.
Okay.
I have it over. Medium range is a 3. So Clan Mech Warriors, in this instance, are on average skill 3. So he's going to be at base 3. The range, put it up to 5. Okay. He's got to fire through opponent trees as 6. And, of course, the Viking 2C didn't move. So 6.
So 6.
Oh, and he jumped. Sorry, jumping makes it harder for you to shoot, and it adds a +2, so it's going to be on 8s. So
Right, 8s.
3 sets of dice on 8s. We got 1.
One,
We got 2. Oh, this Viking 2C's taking a beating. Took out half his armor already.
Dang.
All right, Jess, who's next, buddy?
The pirate Arctic cheetah wants target's rear if he can get it.
Yep.
If not, he wants. Oh, he can.
Yeah, he's behind it. He's behind the
Hit it.
fire moth. Yep.
Okay. So what do we got here? So
Scout action.
Yeah. So the Arctic cheetah you got over there, how many dice does he have at short range?
at short range, 3 dice.
3 dice. Gets an extra die for being in his rear arc because he's right on the cone line. So he gets 4 sets of dice. He's going to be at base 3. He went... he didn't jump, so he ran over there, right? So he's at 3. Range is 0 because he's short range. 1 for the woods is 4, and then 4 for the fire moth's movement is 8. So you're going to have 4 sets of dice on 8 or better.
A 7, a 10,
There we go.
4, and a 5.
So took out his armor. Fire moth only has 1 armor, 1 structure. They're very
Oh,
fast,
wow.
but very
Okay.
light.
All right.
All right, Jess, who's next, buddy?
Dangerous sitch. Pirate Rhyme Otter. Target's rear if he can get it. Highest starting armor if he can't.
Highest starting armor. He can't quite see the Viking, so he's going to go to the Kingfisher. So it's going to be at base 3, medium range 5. Trees 6, and Kingfisher went for a 1 is 7s. So you got him over there. That's the Rhyme Otter. How much damage does it do at medium range?
Medium range, 3.
3. So 3 sets of dice on 7s or better.
6, a 9, and a 6.
So that's 2.
1.
And you have the Kingfisher over there.
Yeah, just 1.
Just 1, sorry. And mark off 1 point of damage on our Kingfisher, the one without the card of deck of cards underneath
Okay,
it.
and I see an A and I see an S.
So you want the A first is for armor.
A is for armor.
Yeah, and then S would be for your internal structure points.
Got it.
Okay. Jess, what do we got
And
next,
then
buddy?
all that's left are the 3 infantry. They all want attacked by ally this turn.
So-
if they got sight on the Viking, and if not, on the.
Do they do any medium range damage? No, they don't. So no, and no. So no shots.
Okay.
All right.
Then that's it.
To the good guys. Now we get to return fire.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Now I am not quite prepped to record damage on this side. My Snowblind
That's okay.
prototype
I've got
cards
them.
aren't sleeved yet. You've got them.
Yeah, I've got
Okay,
them.
great.
Yep. Cool. All right. So well, I guess we'll start on this side. A Rhyme Otter can't see anything.
Okay.
It can't shoot. But we do have your Arctic Cheetah over here looking at the other Arctic Cheetah.
All right.
You are at short range, so you are a base of 4. You jump to 6. Range is 0 for short. It went for a 3, would be 9s. So you get short range. How many sets of dice do you get short range?
Short range, 3.
So you get 3 sets of dice, and your target number is 9 or better.
9, 3.
There we go.
10, 7, and 10.
There you go. 2 points of damage.
Nice.
And this is on the Arctic Cheetah you got
On
over
this
there.
Arctic
Yep.
Cheetah? Okay, and it was 2?
2 points. Yep.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Our Fire Moth Can't see anything. Oh, okay, he's in the back. The fire moth can see the Grendel, but that's through trees and partial cover. It would be base 4, range 6, trees 7, partial cover 8, and he went for a 3.
A jump in a 3, yeah.
3 is 11 plus 1 for 12. So the fire moth does 4 points of damage at medium range. You can roll this one again.
And we need boxcars?
You need boxcars. Four sets of dice on boxcars.
And we can't get these guys? They're not in sight?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, he can shoot the tanks. They'd be on 10s.
10s.
Oh, no. Yeah, they'd be on 9s, actually, because they wouldn't get partial cover.
Right. So 2, 4.
Yeah, we'll fire at the back. The back.
And you said
vedette.
4?
Yeah, he gets 4 sets of dice.
Okay, on 9s.
On 9s, yep. That's a better shot.
Okay, I got 11.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's it. So the first one takes the shot. Boom. There it is. All right. That's that. That's that. We have the Grizzly. What can the Grizzly see? Grizzly can see lots. It can see 2 tanks. It can see the Grendel. It can see the Rime Otter in the woods behind it. It cannot see the infantry because infantry or vehicles, if they do have partial cover, are considered in cover and out of line of sight, since they cannot claim cover. I would think, what do we want to do here? We want redundancy and try to kill one of those tanks. Yeah? So, if we go Grizzly to Vedette, it's going to be at base 4. He did jump, right? No, he didn't. He ran up there. So he's going to be at 4, range 6. There's no woods in between. He went for 2 is 8. So it would be the Grizzly. You've got his card. How much damage does he do at medium range?
4.
4. So he had 4 sets of dice on 8 or better.
We got a 6. We got a 5. We got a 10.
There we go.
One more damage.
So 1 on the Vedette. So it's down to 3 armor pips left. We go to our Kingfisher. The Kingfisher, we probably want to still pump the Vedette because this Grendel is going to be really, really hard to hit.
Okay.
You're going to be at base 4, range 6, woods 7, and 2 for its movement is 9s.
9s. And is this medium or short? Doesn't matter.
Medium range.
6 pairs, okay.
So 6 pairs on 9s.
3.
That's enough to do it if you
4,
roll well.
Yeah, if you roll good here.
5. Yeah, I've been on and off.
Rui's going to have beginner's luck here.
Hey.
Oh, there we go. I see some
Okay.
good rolls.
So we got a 10. We got a 9. We got a 6, a 6,
an 8.
a 3,
You missed
and
by
an
1.
8.
So you got
Yeah.
2 points.
2 points.
So he's got 1 armor pip left. We go to my Viking 2C. I think I should just finish off that tank. Redundancy wins BattleTech. We're going to be at medium range. So 4, 6, trees 1 is 7, 2, 4. The movement is 9s, and the Viking 2C at medium range has 6 sets of dice. So, Rui, we want you to get 4 9s here to kill it.
4 9s. 9s! Ooh, looking pretty, looking pretty. What do we got? We got an 11.
Sixes.
We got a 7, yeah. We got another 11. A 7, a 7, and a 7.
Okay, but the good
2.
news is you did hit it, so we are going to roll critical. Jesse, I'm going to make you the critical table guy if you got one sitting there.
Oh, I do
Yeah.
not. I could probably
You don't?
find one with a little.
I
bit of
can
give me a
dig
moment.
one up here. I think my box is close enough here. And so you're going to roll critical chance here because we
Okay.
did go into internal structures. All right, there we go. I got it. I forgot how heavy this book is when it's carrying 5 books in it. All right. So roll 2d6 for us, Rui.
This is just
Vehicle
whatever,
critical
right?
hit
Yep.
table.
9.
9. So
Now we get to 9.
Unfortunately, 5 and 9 on the critical hit chart is no critical. So
Aw.
that is the unfortunate thing for your
Oh, but-
first.
Sorry, aren't you
first
shooting
critical.
the Vidette though? Because they have different.
Oh yeah, actually, sorry, I'm looking at the. I'm looking at this here.
Yeah,
Wrong.
vehicle critical hit table.
Weapon hit.
It's
a weapon
10
hit.
is a weapon hit,
Yeah, it's a weapon hit. So you reduce.
and then also roll for motive.
Yeah, and roll motive, and there is a no bonus on this one, so just roll 2d6.
7.
7 is no effect.
No
So you
effect.
didn't damage its tracks or anything like that. But we have reduced how effective it is damage-wise.
Okay.
All right. I believe that is all our forces that have fired. Correct?
I think so.
I think so. Okay, so what we do now at the end of the turn, any units that would died, we would pull them off the board. That didn't happen. There's no piloting checks made in Alpha Strike unlike Classic. So then we would remove all the movement tokens from the board, put them to the side because now we know which ones we need.
I'm checking the Bear Slayer's pirate command deck to see if
Yep.
his strategy decisions are changing, and they aren't. He is sticking with card A for now.
And then we will go to initiative. Now, there is a unique thing with BattleTech Aces. So, unlike standard Alpha Strike or BattleTech, in Aces, we have a rule that gains a +2 bonus to the team that lost initiative the previous turn. It's there to stop games from bogging down into keep losing initiative. Therefore, I have no tactical advantage at all during the course of the game, and it ultimately hinders the other player, right? So,
Okay.
in this case, the Aces deck lost on the previous turn. So, when we roll our initiative dice here, I will add +2 to my die roll. Okay? So, we will go to initiative. I'll roll for the Aces deck. You can roll for the player force. Then use the 2 dice that are in the tray here. Up here. They're in the tray already. Yep. If we tie, the higher red die wins. So, I rolled an 8.
I rolled
And
a
you rolled
2.
snake eyes. All right. So, the players will move first, and let's go over the numbers again. We got 2, 4, 6 units on the board, and they have 9. So we're going to go 1, 1, 1 for the first couple.
You don't want to front load initiative, Paul?
Yeah, we're front loading the initiative, right? It's 9 to 6.
So then you should move 1, Aces should move 2, you should move
That's
1,
right.
Aces should
Yeah.
move 2.
Yeah, for 3 turns. For 3 turns. Yeah. Okay. So what do we want to move here first? We don't want to move the Fire Moth first. We don't want to move either of these 3. I think the Kingfisher
We
should
get to see what
or
they
not
do.
the Kingfisher, the Viking 2C. Should Viking 2C has IF rating of what? IF 4 only? Let's step him back.
IF4 is nothing to sneeze at.
No, he's going to step backwards, and he's at CMM of 0. So that's our move there. We'll move the Viking 2C backwards.
Okay. The Bear Slayer wants to move his Rhyme Otter first again. The same Merfoosh token from last time.
Yep.
Aggressive. He wants to know if he can move behind the nearest activated enemy. He can't because the Viking backed up.
Nope.
So balanced. Are there any activated enemies in medium or any missile boat allies? That is true. So he wants line of sight on the nearest activated target. That's going to be the Viking. He wants to see if he can see only that target and have it have no cover.
No, but he can have it. He can have it with no cover, but he can't be the only thing he sees.
All right.
Because
That being the only thing he
it can
sees
move
is the
over
higher
here somewhere.
priority.
Yeah, it comes over here. So Rui, that's the Rhyme Otter there.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have line of sight on him from there? There you go. We're gonna pull out the small laser. Up, hold it up above it. Turn it up the other way.
This way?
Down. Point the line down, like so.
Oh.
There you go. Look at that.
Look at that technique. All right, so there he is. If I get to there, it's still no.
He's got partial cover. I think you can see. He can see more than a third of them.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
there
So
it
he
is.
goes there. So that's where he's gonna go.
Okay.
And then his TMM is a total of, I believe, 2 again, right?
That is a 2.
The Rhyme Otter. Yeah, 2.
All right. And the second unit to move for the Aces, Jess.
Second one is the Kingfisher, is the Bear Slayer himself. Are there any activated enemies in medium and no unactivated enemies in 16? That can't be true. Does he have no line of sight to any enemy from the current position? I think that's also not true.
Not true. He can see the
Yep.
fire moth.
So he's going to be cautious. He wants to make a ground move to be so he can have a line of sight within firing range on target, just any target. And while he wants to be able to shoot something, but he wants cover versus the most enemies and no unactivated enemies within 12. Wily old bear.
Nope, he can't fit there. So he can't go under there. He's going to... There's really no way he can get cover. And have line of sight. Was line of sight the priority?
The priority... Sorry, stand by. Yes, he would rather shoot something than be in cover.
So he has cover from this. He just doesn't have cover from him or him.
Yeah.
Well, he's got no line of sight there. So yeah, that's fine. And he's a 1, right?
He is a 1.
Okay.
Big slow neck, that Kingfisher.
Okay, so now it's back to us. So I'm trying to move the slow guys first. The Kingfisher is gonna have to bull rush through here at some point, and just help and deal with the fact that he's got support behind him. So let's probably move him forward. He's moving 8, right? So it's gonna cost him 2 to get out of it, 2 there. Like he can get into here.
So 8 costing 4, so 4.
That'll cost him all the way
Yeah.
through, right? And
Yeah.
he can get into the
Okay.
woods like so.
And the Kingfisher's got a 1.
Yeah. We're just gonna keep barreling forward. He's got enough support behind him.
Alright.
All right, 2 aces units there, Josh or Jess.
Yep. All right. Looks like the vedettes are both up next.
Okay.
So usually the second one that moved last time is going to move first now.
Yep. Yep.
He wants to know if there is an ally in medium that has lost more armor than he has. So is he the one that got shot?
Yeah, he is, because this Arctic cheetah got shot.
Right. Okay. So then that's not true because he's looking for allies on himself. So he's moving to balanced. Are there no unactivated enemies within medium? I don't think that's true because he's probably in medium to the Viking.
Correct.
So he wants to be cautious. He wants to ground move to where he can shoot at a target, but be in as few enemy line of sight as possible and as much cover as possible.
That would be into those woods behind that tree.
And who's he shooting way over there?
And you can see this, right? You can see him up here. Yep. And he is a 3, I believe, correct?
I think so.
The
What is
vedette
he? He's a
is
cheetah?
2.
Oh, it's the
What's
vedette.
the 2?
Sorry. I moved the wrong guy.
2.
I moved the wrong guy. It's the vedette tank. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah. The vedette tank goes into the trees and faces over here, so you
Okay.
can see up. Yep.
He's got that move?
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, and then the second vedette, the one that wasn't hit,
Yep.
has the same condition. He wants to check for an ally that has lost more armor than him. In this case, that is true. So he wants line of sight on red, highest starting armor. I believe that was the Viking.
Yep.
He wants to ground move. He wants to have line of sight to at least one activated enemy, and he wants to get closer to the nearest ally while he's doing it. This is the brawler mechanic for drawing fire onto a unit with some armor.
So I think that would be. He wants to move closer to it, right?
Closer to an ally.
First. So he's gonna
First,
do
he wants to line up. His priority is to get a shot. And then once he has a shot, he also wants to try to be closer to a button.
and that's it. And he's a 2. Okay. There
Okay.
it is.
Then those
Cool.
are the 2 moves. Back to the
Yep.
players.
All right. Of course, he hasn't moved, but I am gonna cause problems over here. I'm gonna make this guy run after the. Yeah. He's going to go all the way around the building. Like so. Because nobody else can get over there to him. And the reason I'm doing that is because next turn we can take this objective. I don't have line of sight to it. If I did, I'd be able to activate it because I am within 6. There is a special rule we didn't talk about with the Kingfisher for the Bear Slayer. So the Bear Slayer is only able to be attacked by one opponent per turn. So only one of our mechs can fire at their commander. We can increase that for each waypoint that we activate.
Oh, okay.
We can only activate a maximum of 2 waypoints per turn. Okay. That's our guy moving, Jess. So you can let us know the next 2 of the. Are they? Yep.
Is it 1-1 now?
I think it's at 1-1 now.
I've got 5 left. What do you have left?
We have 1, 2, 3.
3 left.
You have 3 left.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
another
you
2
move-
from the Aces deck then.
Yeah.
2 stacks of infantry. One of them wants to know, can it move within short range from an activated enemy?
Yes, it can.
Okay. Then it wants to do that.
Yeah.
It's going to be looking for yellow if it can. Close to target, behind it if able.
So what's yellow?
Most long-range damage.
So it wants to move closer. It wants to move this direction. So it can go around like this. It's moving towards the Viking, and it's a 0. And then the next one wants
This infantry?
The next one, same deal. Wants to know if it can move within short from an activated enemy.
Which short?
Kingfisher. No, it can't get within
It's
short.
within
No.
6 inches.
Yeah, it can't get
that's
within
right.
short.
All right. Then, does it have any activated enemies within its line of sight already?
Yes, the Kingfisher.
Okay. Then just line of sight within firing range of the nearest target and close to target. Then occupy woods if possible.
Yeah, just go into the woods in front of it. There. Yep. You can just place them on the front of the woods. Yeah, or there. That's good. Yep.
Okay,
and
what
they're
was it?
and they're a 0.
Here's 0.
All right.
Okay.
It's us again. So we should probably move. How fast is that Rhyme Otter again?
16 jump, I think. 12
16
run.
jump. So let's do
Yep.
this. It's jump 16?
Yeah.
Alright.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like so.
Nice.
On the waypoint. It's cool.
On the waypoint. And then it is a 16's a 3, right? So that's our guy.
The Rhyme Otter, right?
Yep.
He has a
Yep, I might
TMM
just-
2 and then the +1 for the jump.
Okay, he's a 2. I just need
Yeah.
the 2. All right, that's our. We jumped onto the waypoint to trigger it.
Yep. Good call.
All right.
Pirate Grendel. He wants to know if all these bullets are true. Are there any activated enemies within 42? Absolutely. That's most of the map.
Oh, yeah.
Are there no enemies in 16 inches of the Pirate Grendel?
No. Yeah, there is.
Nope,
The,
okay.
the Kingfishers are. Yeah.
Then on to balanced. Are there no unactivated enemies within 18? That's also not going to be true.
That's not true.
Cautious. Yep. Cautious. So keying off the nearest
He's even
target.
16.
He wants to ground move so that he's out of line of sight of all enemies and try to get 12 inches away from the nearest enemy.
So he wants to go. He can't do that, but he can go over here by the tanks.
Okay.
And only this will be in line of sight, technically. So
Yeah. It sounds like what the card is setting up is that he wants like full cover to do an indirect fire shot.
yeah. So he's
Sounds
going to
like
go
a-
there.
And what's
then
his?
TMM on the Grendel is a 3. Boom. Okay. So we are going to shoot or move again. Our Grizzly. This Arctic Cheetah with its late initiative is causing us headaches.
Yeah, I mean that's what you do with scouts.
Causing us headaches. But it's more important that it might move after this one. So let's move our Grizzly.
Perfect.
The Grizzly does what? It jumps, or does it only run?
Just run 8 inch.
8 inch.
8 inch move.
What should we do here?
Well, you might want to start. I mean, if you're going to D, is that Rymotter going to be able to do D all by itself, or does he need a little
So like
support?
we can move him around the edge here like this.
Mm-hmm.
I would face him like that. He goes around the edge. He's there. That's gonna alter his movement, right?
Yeah.
So he's a 2, I believe, right? Or a 1.
1.
1. All right. Yeah, that's our
You wanna
Grizzly.
Just get his back a little tighter to the.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Cool
don't
beans.
think he's gonna jump behind him or anything because that our Arctic cheetah's got to do something still.
Right, right.
All right,
All right, buddy.
The last infantry stack, aggressive, wants to know if he can get short to an activated enemy. I don't think
Nope.
so. Are there any activated enemies within his line of sight that he can shoot at?
Yes.
Okay, even
see
given
that,
that he doesn't
right?
have any. Does he have weapons that far out?
No, not that far.
Yeah, then that won't count. So cautious behavior, keying off the nearest target. Sprint if there are no allies with. No, it's not true. So not sprinting. So just try to get closer to the nearest target and end up in cover.
He only moves 4, so.
Okay, so he's just right here.
Yep.
Okay, and nothing for him either. Okay.
What does our Arctic cheetah move? Jumps.
Jump is 12, move is 16.
It jumps 12 and moves 16, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it down there on D, or we want to get it close enough that it can offer fire support to whatever their Arctic cheetah does. Now, we did points of damage to the Arctic cheetah last turn. Did we hit theirs last turn or no?
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
2
but
2
you're keeping-
damage.
It took 2 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say then we're going to be gamey about this. It jumps 12, right?
Yep.
Jump 16.
It jumps 16.
No, move 16,
Move
jump
16,
12.
jump 12. Yeah. So jumping
Oh,
12.
okay.
We're going to go to
This
the
might be
board
my
edge,
outdated-
so it can't get behind us.
Okay.
And it's a 2J,
This might be my
right?
outdated
Yeah.
PDF,
Yes,
Paul.
yes.
I've got the Arctic Cheetah T for the pirate.
Yeah.
Horse,
Yeah. Sorry.
But you're using the A?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So there it is.
Okay.
That's our move, and then their Arctic cheetah goes.
Okay. So he's the Arctic Cheetah A now. Okay. Ideal Red is active and the unit can move behind it. Can he can't get behind the Viking with a jump of 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's no good.
Not the Viking. No, we can get behind the Grizzly.
Well, he wants highest starting armor for that target.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so no dice there. But it is active, so as long as he's within 20 inches, he does want to get line of sight on the Viking.
Okay.
Ground move, jump if needed, least amount of enemy arcs as possible, and try to stay 12 inches away from it.
So he's gonna. Irregardless, he might as well just run because. Oh no! He wants to jump because he would lose 4 and 4. He'd lose 8. He'd only be able to move 4. He couldn't go all the way. He couldn't run over there. So he's got to jump. But he doesn't want line of sight to anybody else.
He wants to see the Viking, and then otherwise least amount of enemy firing arcs as possible.
Yeah, he could do that easily.
Let's see the Viking.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes 4, 6, 10, 12. He does it with a run. Doesn't even have to jump.
Yeah,
There
that
he
sounds
is.
good for him.
No one else can see him, and he has clean shot on the Viking. All right, we lost initiative. So, hey, Crewball, how you doing? By the way, buddy, I didn't get a chance to say hi. We have to fire first.
Okay.
So, does my Viking 2C over there have line of sight to anything?
Where to put
I
that thing?
believe it does not. Oh yeah, it does. It can see the Kingfisher.
Yep.
So those are
And you get partial on this guy.
yeah, okay. So for those curious, you cannot fire indirectly if you have direct line of sight to anything. So I am going to fire at the Kingfisher because that's the enemy commander, and we basically sat over there to fire at him. We are at long range. We are going to be at base 4, range 8. Partial cover 9, he went for 1 is 10s, partial cover being the partial wall there, blocking line of sight. Rui, you can roll this one, so he's going to have, at long range, 6 sets of dice on 10s or better. And Greg, while you're curious, next week we are going to start using Hotspots Draconis Reach to do the campaign. Reroll both white. Both white.
Both white?
Yep, both white.
Okay.
Yep. If it ever goes out, you'll reroll both dice. So we got some interesting things here.
We got box cards.
Yep, we're going to talk about those in a moment.
9, no, 3, 6, and 5.
Okay, so two interesting things happen here. One, you hit twice on 10 or better, which is good. Box cars, however, give you a crit. They're critical.
Nice.
Okay, so the Kingfisher took 2 points of damage. And we can now roll for a through armor critical. So roll 2d6.
9.
9 is no crit.
Nothing.
So you rolled 9 for crit twice. This time it was on the mech, and it's not a critical. Okay, so the Kingfisher plunked it for a couple of points. That's great. No one else can shoot at him this turn. Okay, so we now have the Rhyme Otter is not firing at anybody. Why? Because it wants to try and take out D. Shadow of the Hill denies me line of sight on the other Arctic Cheetah from Arctic Cheetah, but the Arctic Cheetah here can see that Vedette tank, and that's the one that has not been shot. The wounded one's the one that went behind and into the woods. I'm probably guessing that's probably the easiest of the shots because it has no cover. So we're going to be at, well, it's going to be close if that's medium or long range. It's going to be really, really close. It's probably 26 inches is my guess. And it is 25 inches. So 1 inch out of medium range. So we're going to be at base 4, range is 8, and 2 for the Vedette's movement is 10s. So the Arctic Cheetah you've got over there.
Yeah, long range is 1 die.
1 die on 10s.
Oh.
Not bad, but not quite enough. All right, that's our Arctic Cheetah. We have a Grizzly. The Grizzly has a clear shot on the Kingfisher, but by special rule cannot fire. Cannot see the infantry. It can, however, see the untouched Vedette, and it can see the Grendel. I would say... We did damage. Did I hit him at all, or no?
Well, we didn't. Yeah. Took one
the
shot.
Grendel has a Grendel taken damage. The Grendel has
I don't
not.
think so. Yeah.
No, it has not. Let's fire at the tank.
Okay.
So the Grizzly, how many sets of dice does it have at medium range there?
4. 4 sets of dice.
So we're going to be at base 4, range 6. 2 for its movement is 8. It's got no cover.
Yuck. Nothing. Oh, 8. 1.
Yeah, 1 8. So Dignum for 1. That's the undamaged one. So he's got 4 armor left. That leaves us our Kingfisher. Kingfisher can see him. Might as well keep plugging him.
Okay.
And get rid of these little guys now. Before we start dealing with the mechs.
6 dice.
Yep. He's going to be on... He's not paying for trees because he's in the trees himself. So he's going to be at 4, 6, 8s. Yep.
8s again?
Yep.
Okay. 10?
Yep.
6 no. 4 no. 7 no, 6 no. That's just one.
Just one. So he's got 3 armor left. And Jess, that is our firing phase complete.
All right.
As our
And the
Rime
aces-
Otter is trying to activate.
True. We'll deal with that after the combat
Yep,
phase, right? All right. Aces are going to shoot back, starting with the Bear Slayer himself. Target's rear, which he won't have because that Rime Otter is in cover. So most armor lost that he can see. He
This
might
is
only
it.
have one.
This is the Kingfisher.
Yeah.
The most armor lost would be the
I mean, he might be in range of the Viking for a while.
the Viking is what he can see. Yeah, the Viking 2C is in range for. That's the most
Yeah.
armor lost. So
It's not a
he'll
great
be at
shot. We'll try it.
he'll be at base 3, range 7, cover 8, 0 for its TMM 8.
And how many?
And the Kingfisher has 6 sets of dice. Oh no, sorry, my bad. 4 sets of dice at long range.
He's
On 8s, yep. Oh,
Nice.
there's some good dice rolls.
Yeah, so we got an 11. We got an 8.
And
That's
an
it.
8. So 2 points of damage
Yeah,
to the King or the Viking 2C. Boom, returns the favor. Next up, Jess.
All right. The Vedettes both want attacked by ally this turn. Can they both see the Viking?
Neither can see the Viking.
Neither can see the Viking. Okay. Then one wants red and one wants yellow. So basically that means if they can't see the Viking, can they see the Kingfisher? Your
Yes,
Kingfisher.
can see the Kingfisher. Both can, one can see the Kingfisher. The one here can, the other one cannot. The other one that's over there that hid can see the Rime Otter sitting on the waypoint.
And I guess the cheetah. The Arctic
I think
cheetah.
it would be the Rime
Oh yeah,
Otter.
he can
too
see.
far.
He can see the Arctic cheetah as well. Yes, he can see this.
Yeah,
and
but
this.
they're
far.
looking for PV and damage and stuff. So yeah, I think it's the one that can see the Kingfisher hits the Kingfisher, and the one that can see the Rime Otter try to hit the Rime Otter.
Yep, that's fine. Cool. So we'll do the one on the Rime Otter first. It only has 1 set of dice because it took a crit last turn. It's going to be at base 4. Range is long. It's going to be 8, and then the 3 to 11. So one die on 11.
7.
7 missed. Okay. So we will go to the other one. The other one here is firing at the Kingfisher. It's going to be 2 sets of dice. It's going to be at base 4, range 6, woods 7, 1 for its movement 8s.
8. Oh, 1.
Hit once. You have the Kingfisher over there.
Okay.
It
Kingfisher.
takes 1 damage.
Yeah.
All right. Next, Jesse, who do we got?
Okay. Next up, Pirate Rime Otter. Wants to hit rear if it can. I don't think it can.
Nope.
Wants to hit attacked by ally this turn. which case the
Kingfisher,
roll
it can
is
see.
fine.
It can see the
It's always
Kingfisher. It can see the Kingfisher.
Kingfisher it is.
Yep. So it's going to be at base 4, range is 6, 1 for woods is 7, 1 for its movement is 8.
And how many?
And you've got him over there, the Rime Otter. I believe he's 3 dice.
3.
The lower one.
Yes.
The lower one. Yep.
Oh, here. Yep, 3.
Yeah, 3.
And 8.
Yep.
Get that in a second. Got a crit. Got a 12.
Oof.
And an 8.
And an 8. So 2
Damn.
points. This is on your Kingfisher.
Okay.
And then you can roll for critical. So after you do your 2 points of damage,
1, 2.
this is where you want to roll a 9 again.
yeah,
'Cause you're
no
rolling
way.
against yourself.
Nope.
6. 6 is a weapon hit. So there's a little column in the critical hits there.
Yep.
You can just put a weapon hit, and what that means is you do 1 point of damage at all weapon ranges
Mm-hmm.
for the rest of the game.
Okay. Holy jeez. So the top one? These are tiny.
Right,
No,
it should-
bottom one.
Yeah,
Weapons.
bottom weapon hits. Yeah.
Okay. Done. Got it.
All right, Jess, who's next, buddy?
All right. The Grendel wants the lowest TMM that it can see.
Kingfisher.
Pour it on.
Oh, wait a second. No, he can't quite see the Kingfisher. He can see the Grizzly. It's the same TMM. It's a 1. Firing at the
All right,
Grizzly.
get
Yep.
Grizzly?
3
How
dice.
many? 3
3
dice?
sets of dice. Going to be at base 3, range 5. He's got to fire through woods is 6. 1 for him is 7. So
Not bad. Oh, 11? And that's it. 1 hit
And you've got the grizzly over there. She takes 1 point of damage.
for the Grizz. Okay. Done.
Okay, the next up is the Arctic cheetah, the one that went all the way around to find the Viking.
Yep.
But he wants attacked by ally this turn, but I don't think he can actually see
He can't see anything else other than the Viking.
Yep, so he's shooting the Viking.
And he's going to be at 2 sets of dice, I believe. Medium
3
range.
sets of dice for the A.
3? Yeah.
Yep.
So he's going to be at 3, range 5, no cover, 5s.
Ooh. Nasty. Oh.
1,
Yes.
2, 3.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, guys. I didn't bring up the die roll there if you guys can see it. So I took 3 points of damage. It took out his armor exactly. So he's only down to structure now.
Oh.
That's what those scouts do.
All right. Next,
All right.
Jess.
The infantry stacks.
Yeah.
They're all going to go to attack by ally this turn, essentially.
Yeah, they're all short range, so I don't think they have any damage rating. Yeah, they can't. They're not short range with anybody yet.
Okay.
Cool.
Then we are good.
We are good. So that'll be the end of the turn. What we would do now is Jesse would look at the card for the command deck for the Aces deck, see if it meets any conditions to change the card to be either more aggressive, more defensive, etc., or more objective oriented. He'll determine that while we remove all the movement chips, and we prepare for the initiative for the following turn.
And the key to changing the strat. Oh,
We
sorry,
have one.
Paul.
We have one thing we do have to resolve here before the end of the turn.
The
Jess.
waypoints.
The waypoint. I forgot. Yep. Okay, you can take those two. So we have arrived on waypoint D.
Oh, and I've got the outdated PDF.
Oh, I got it here. I got it right here.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me grab it. So we have arrived on waypoint D. That's waypoint C. We want waypoint D. There we go. All right, D. If the activating unit or units has a combined damage rating of 5 or greater, read section A. You ring cavalcade of fire upon a waiting munitions container just as it sits exposed beside the loading bay. The detonation erupts outward and inward at once, and a brutal blast slams into the dropship's hull and shreds the surrounding ground in a storm of fire and shrapnel. The shockwave ripples through the bay doors, turning a simple loading point into a scorched breach into the hull's vessel. The dropship suffers 1 point of structural damage. So we have inflicted one of the 4 points of damage, and I'll just flip it over to show that it's been activated into the question mark. We don't need to worry about it anymore. Because our combined damage on that card was like, I think 9 or something like that. It was greater than 5, I know that.
Okay.
The Rhyme Otter, its combined damage of all 3 slots. I think it's 12 or something like that.
6.
6?
Oh wait, let me double check.
All
yeah,
3.
6.
6, so he had enough.
Okay.
So boom, away it goes. And now we go back to the initiative phase.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we lost initiative last turn, so you gain a +2, and I do not. Rolling for the Aces deck. The Aces get a... Is that a 10 I rolled there?
I think so. I got
Yeah.
a 9, and you got a. Let me just
6?
see.
That's a 6, yeah.
Yep. You got a 10.
So you got +2 though, right?
11.
So 11. So the heroes win initiative thanks to the +2 bonus. So we are at equal numbers of units, no change in unit numbers. So the Aces deck will move 2 to start, Jess.
Yep. Same strategy card. So the commander's going to move the Rhyme Otter first to gain. Aggressive and balanced are both looking for activated units, so he's going to swap right down to cautious. Keying off the nearest target. He wants to ground move. He wants to be out of line of sight of all enemies, but try to get closer to the target.
This is who, sorry?
The Rhyme Otter.
The Rhyme Otter here. He wants to move closer but out of line of sight. I know how he does that. He wants out of line of sight of all enemies?
Well, as much as possible.
He can get out of line of sight of everybody except for the other Rhyme Otter. And he's a
Works
2,
for me.
right? He's a 2, right?
He is a 2.
Yep. All right.
Unless you jump.
No, he just
Okay.
ran underneath the ramp. Yep.
Great. Then one of the vedettes, the damaged one. Is there an ally? Nope. Are there any enemies within 24? Yes. He wants the Viking.
Okay.
Ground move, get closer to the nearest. Well, prioritize line of sight on the Viking. Ground move and try to get closer to the nearest ally.
Okay, he can
While
get.
taking some cover.
What's his move?
He can go to here.
Move 10.
He can't get cover, but he can go here and get line of sight to an ally, or be closer to an ally. It's basically a suicide run. He's only got a couple of structure points left. They're moving him out. You can move him actually back a little farther, like so.
Yeah, these armor vedettes are basically walking hit points,
Yeah,
just trying to.
he's
draw
guarding.
fire
He's
away
guarding the
from
waypoint.
unit.
He's guarding the waypoint essentially.
Does he get a +1 or
He's
+2?
at 2.
2?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that vedette's got 2 structure left, so
Okay.
yeah, he pulls back. He's going to cover the weak point there on the dropship. And the next one, Jess.
That's 2. Rymotter and the vedette.
Oh, yeah,
move,
sorry,
so
Rymotter.
now it's back to your guys.
I should get rid of this since we haven't moved him yet.
So can the vedettes fire behind them?
Yes, the 360 degree with the turret. What do you think, Rui?
My
Do we
vote is
shoot
swarm
first?
another waypoint.
Will we shoot first?
We won the shift. We shoot second. Doesn't matter though. It's simultaneous, but we get the ability to alpha strike if we lose units, right? So, yeah, swarming another waypoint. Like I'm thinking, like yes, where the Kingfisher is, E we're gonna go for. You can swarm one here. We can go here. He's already taken himself out of the fight for this turn. If we go here,
Then we just have to deal with this
want
thing.
to move the Kingfisher over?
Okay. Which
Move
one's
the
a kingfisher?
That's this one here. You can move 6 inches that way.
Okay.
Why can he do that confidently? Because we got his back if somebody goes behind him.
Okay.
Right.
Like that?
So, yep.
Okay.
That should be a 1, right?
Yeah.
Boom. All right, Jess.
Righto. The second vedette. If this unit has armor greater than... Nope, not even a chance. Are there any enemies in 30? Yes. Once yellow, most long-range damage. I believe that is also the Viking. So the vedette's basically going to move to back up his buddy. It'll be the same move, I think.
Oh, so he's going to go right on the waypoint. And
Okay.
he's a 2. I got one here.
And
the other?
then the pirate... Oops, sorry, Rui, was that?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was just asking. Yeah, go on. Yep.
Yep, okay.
We're good.
Then the pirate Grendel. If the nearest enemy is active and there are no enemies within 18.
Yeah, no.
No. Okay, on to balance.
Active, but no one no on the 18.
All right. Are there more allies than enemies within 18?
No. It's
I
equal.
don't think so.
Oh, no. Yes.
Yes?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
1,
Okay.
2, 3. Yep.
Then he wants line of sight on the nearest enemy activated enemy.
5.
5.
Ground move. Try to get within medium and take cover.
She's basically going to move an inch along the wall.
Like this.
Yep.
Okay.
Gets his full TMM, which is a 3, I believe. I think you got the Grendel there. I think it's a
Yep.
3, right? Yep.
That's
Okay.
a 3.
You're just going to line them up. Oh, yes, you're going to go after that. I'm going to fire at you. Well, guess what, Grendel? We are bringing... No, we're going to be... We're going to move the Viking 2C out of line of sight. It's taking a hella damage. And hopefully this follows it. So let's move it back right to the board edge, out of line of sight of those 2 vedettes.
Like this?
Yes. Because it gets no TMM anyways. Hopefully this Arctic Cheetah takes the bait.
Okay.
Alright, Jess, you can move. I believe you got to move 1 or 2 here.
2. I think I have to move one more set of 2.
Okay.
So, Kingfisher. Is there an activated enemy in the current line of sight?
Yes, the other Kingfisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he have cover versus all enemies?
No, does our guy, the Bear Slayer, have cover? No.
Yeah. Okay. Then on to balanced. Does he have any remaining armor? Yes. So he wants the nearest target. Line up on the nearest target and occupy woods. Or cover if you can.
Yeah, I see what he's doing. He's coming after the Rhyme Otter for blowing up the ammo depot.
Nice and
wants-
simple.
And he wants woods, right?
Yep.
Look at that. 8-inch move. Boom. And he's a 1.
That's our boy.
Steps forward. Here he goes. Comes the Bear Slayer. Space Vikings rock.
All right. Then one of the infantry stacks. Are there any activated enemies within 10?
No, not for the first.
Nope. Okay. Any activated enemies within his line of sight that he could shoot at?
Yes, but he wouldn't have range.
This one
Okay,
is
so that's
an
an-
infantry guy there. That.
He goes first. So.
Oh, okay.
So in that case, cautious. Keying off the nearest target. Oh, there is an ally with IF. So yeah, close to target and take cover.
They can't take cover, so they come screaming up around the corner on the Rhyme Otter. No one lives forever. You blew up our ammo tanks.
Okay. That's me. I've got 3 left. You should have about the same.
Yep. So we are gonna go. What's the Rhyme Otter move?
Raimata is the 12 or 16 jump.
Rhyme Otter runs over here. Actually, does this. Gets partial cover. He's within 6 from this guy. Gets his movement modifier, which is what? 2 or 3?
2.
You got a 2 over there? I don't have one.
Yeah. Here.
And then he can activate this waypoint. Our Rhyme Otter here is becoming our waypoint junkie. Now, you got to move 1, Jess.
Yep. So another infantry stack. Same card. So move towards target.
It's going to move outside the woods
Like
towards
4?
the Kingfisher.
6?
Yeah, that moves 4, so it
Yeah.
can just basically move 1 inch through it.
Right.
Yeah.
So like it's on the other side.
Yep, it's on the other side. You can see the Kingfisher.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so I'm trying to. Is it possible that we can make a move here where I'm in his back arc and I'm within 6? I think so. If we go like that, let's measure. That's in his back arc. I'm at 6. We revealed A for A and D, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know
And
what
D's
E.
taken care of.
We don't know what E does. What's the Rhyme Otter's combined damage rating?
Short for 3, medium for 3.
Yeah, so 6.
6. Okay, yeah, that's the move. That's the move. We can decide once they finish moving whether or not we want to go 2 here
Okay.
or 1 here and 1 hit him in the back.
Okay.
But all right, Jess, you got 1 left to move.
I got 2 left to move.
Or 2 left to move. Yeah, sorry.
Yep. The last infantry stack wants to know if it can get into short range from anybody. I don't think so.
No.
Then move towards target. That's all I can do.
Yep, gonna move towards Kingfisher up into the rubble there. Cool.
These guys just aren't moving quick enough.
Motorized infantry, that's what it is. We've got our Grizzly to move.
Okay.
And our Arctic Cheetah still. Our Arctic Cheetah moves 12, right?
Yeet. It jumps 12, moves 16.
Oh, move 16. Be better. This has solved everything. What? It does 3 damage?
It does. Arctic Cheetah does 3, yes.
Yeah, and it's a +3, right?
Yeah.
So he just runs up behind the Bear Slayer. and it'll do 4 points of damage to him. Or actually, yeah, no, that's his move. I can't move him closer to the waypoint. I was trying to maximize dice and but I can't get him that far. And then you got the Arctic Cheetah to move.
Yep, Pirate Arctic Cheetah wants to move behind the Viking, but it can't. But still wants to go after it.
Nice.
It wants to be able to see only the Viking and take cover, which might be pretty much where he is already.
No, went down the hill, takes cover from the hill, and you can see him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, and he's a 3.
He is a 3.
Yep, there it is. Okay, so we will move our Grizzly, and our Grizzly wants to come down here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Now it can kind of it doesn't have to worry about getting hit in the back now.
yeah,
right.
nobody's gonna hit in the back. There's no one can
Yeah.
see him, right? So he comes there,
Nice.
and he's a 2, I believe, or a 1. No, he's a 1. You got a 1.
Grizzly is a 1.
So what we're gonna do here, guys, viewers and players, this will be our last turn for tonight. We'll continue next week, but we're gonna resolve because we can score 2 waypoints here, as long as those 2 mechs survive this turn and these 2 mechs survive this turn. And that means next week what we can do is we can either do a quick session someday early next week and finish this off because we're hitting the 2-hour mark right now, or we can do it at the beginning of the game. You can watch me build a board, and we'll start Draconis Reach next week while I'm building the new board, and we can talk about where we're going and what the contract's going to be with the viewers for the network. Okay?
Sounds a blast.
Cool. All right, so they lost initiative, so they fire first, Jess.
Yep. Speaking of blasts, yeah. All right. The vedettes first. Viking or Kingfisher? One wants the Viking, one wants the Kingfisher.
Oh, okay, so first vedette, the wounded vedette only has 1 set of dice. It's going to be on 4 5s. 1 set of dice on 5 or better.
Kingfisher?
Yep. Missed.
3.
Nice. The other one's going to be 2 sets of dice on 5s on the Grizzly.
Both hit.
Both hit, and you got the Grizzly over there.
All right.
All right, next, Jess.
Then the Bear Slayer's Kingfisher wants yellow. Most long-range damage from what he can see.
Ironically, can see nothing.
Really?
He
You can't
cannot
the
see a single
Kingfisher?
thing. He
The
moved
building.
to the closest. That was the Rhyme Otter, and the
got
Rhyme
it
Otter moved. Yep. He cannot
Alright.
see anything. That building's
Bad day
blocking
to
the
be
way.
a pirate.
Yep. Building's blocking.
Okay.
Yep, totally. Yeah.
Pirate Grendel once attacked by ally this turn. Prioritizing highest starting armor.
Yeah, so that's the Kingfisher. So he's going to be firing. You got the Kingfisher over there. The lower one. Yep.
The lower one. This in here.
No, not our Kingfisher. Their King.
Their Kingfisher?
Oh, no, sorry. Grendel. I've got the Grendel.
You got Grendel.
Yeah, so medium range, so he's going to be at 3 dice. So base 3, range is just into medium, is 5. Went for 1 is 6. 3 sets of dice on 6 route.
I'll hit.
All hit. So 1, 2, 3. You've got our king. You've got our
Kingfisher, yep.
I had it backwards in my mind.
1, 2, 3. 2 armor left on the Kingfisher.
Yep. Okay. And what's next there, Jess?
Next up, Pirate Rhyme Otter. Can he see anything from where he is? He took a
Yes, he
pretty
can.
good cover.
He can see the Arctic cheetah. He can see the Rhyme Otter, and he can see the fire moth.
Oh wow. Okay, he's looking for armor lost. That might
So
be
he could kill the fire moth with 1 point of damage.
Yep. That's what he's gonna want to do.
Yeah, it lost its armor. So it's gonna be at medium range. It's gonna be at base 3, range 5, 9s. How many sets of dice does he get? He's the Rhyme Otter on your side with the
Rhyme
cards
Otter
underneath.
says
Yeah.
it's 3.
So 3 sets of dice on 9s. Only needs to hit once to destroy it.
8, 5, 6.
There we go. That's good rolling, Rui. Good rolling, buddy. Okay. Next,
Firemouth
Jess?
pilot's shooting bullets. All right.
Okay.
Pirate Arctic Cheetah wants to try and finish off that Viking. He's going to put 3 dice into it. Still won't be enough to kill it, but that'll be a hit and a crit, I'm sure.
Yeah, so it's going to be at 3, 5. Yeah, 5s.
5s?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's got no TMM. He's just slow. He's all missiles. Missiles and legs.
Hit, miss, hit. 2 hits.
So 2 hits. Yeah, that's going to hurt. It's got roll critical.
Okay.
It's 2 points in the structure.
6.
It's a weapon hit, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another one?
Nope, just it. Just 1.
Okay.
So he's
Fair.
at 5, 5, 5. All right, cool.
And then all I've got left over here is the infantry stacks, and I don't think they're close enough to hit
And
anything.
they are not. So it goes to us.
Heroically spent all night driving around in their trucks trying to get to the battle.
Yeah. Well, it's coming to them here.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got? We start over here. We're going to fire at these 2 are going to take over the waypoint. These 2 are going to take over the waypoint.
Okay, this one needs 10, right? We might not need both of them, too.
Oh yeah. We knew this one needs 10. That's right.
Yeah.
So
So what's that?
What's
what
the
do we have there?
Kingfisher's combined damage?
Kingfisher combined damage is 15,
what's the Grizzlies?
and the Grizzlies is 10.
Okay, and how much
Yeah.
damage does the Kingfisher do at short or medium range?
At short, medium, 6.
Right?
6s? Okay, so
Spend the Grizzly on the waypoints. Have the
that's right.
Kingfisher obliterate
Yeah.
the tanks.
Yeah.
The one vedette has 2 in structure left. You can split fire between the 2 vedettes.
Okay.
We could go 2 and 4, or 3 and 3. Go 3 and 3. Be on the
Okay.
safe side,
That
right?
sounds better.
Yeah.
The second one's at an additional +1 for a secondary target, but so you'd be at base 4. You'd be on 6s, so 3 sets of dice on 6, 3 sets of dice on 7.
Okay, on the 6s, we got 1 hit, 1 miss, 2 hits.
2 hits, destroyed them. Perfect.
And
All
Boom.
and these I need 7s.
7s. Yep.
6, no, 7, yes, 1.
1. Cool. He's got 2 armor left.
Okay.
That's a good shot. All right. What's that? The Viking can fire at nothing. Oh, he can fire at this guy.
Yeah.
He's going to fire. He's going to be at 6 sets of dice. His weapon hit takes effect next turn. So he's going to be at 4, 6, partial cover 7, 10s. So 6 dice on 10s.
If he kills the Arctic Cheetah before it can kill him, I'm going to laugh.
Let's see.
5, 6, here we go. 10s?
10s.
We get any 10s. Oh, 9, 9, 8, 2. Sorry.
Yeah.
6,
Yeah.
5,
Close
4.
to no cigar.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do we
Blowing
have
up
left over
snow
here?
everywhere.
Rui, you can roll for our Arctic Cheetah into the back of the
Okay.
Bear Slayer. So that's
Okay.
going to be 4 sets of dice on 5s.
He gets that extra sentence because of
Yeah,
rear.
he has normally 3. He gets
Yeah.
1 because he's directly in his back.
So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. On 5s?
Yep.
Oh!
Oh, and a crit.
2, 3 crits.
You roll. Oh, wow.
And a 7. And a hit.
That is, unfortunately, you only get 1 crit per turn.
Oh.
But Yahtzee on 6s. Rui with the Yahtzee, which is impressive. Yeah, that's the best dice roll I've ever seen. Like, wow. Wow.
There
And it
we
was
go.
on. It's on camera. Wow. Oh, you can roll that crit. Took 3.
Times 3.
He took 4.
4 points.
Yeah. And a
1,
crit.
2, 3,
Just
4.
don't roll a 9.
And what's your crit?
Don't roll a 9.
8.
8.
8 is a weapon hit.
If you just
Wow.
saved one of those boxcars, that would have...
That is
I know, eh?
wild. All right, so that ends the turn. We will now reveal the waypoints, and I will grab them here. So the waypoint A and waypoint E. So
Yeah.
E, is the exterior navigation array. The activating combined units have a damage rating of 5 or greater. Read Section A. Your attack damages the navigation array outside, flooding the dropship's guidance systems with mixed signals. The dish breaks apart from the feedback and the panels rip away as the array collapses. For a moment, the ship shakes with confusion, left blind and lost, even though it's still on the ground. We suffers a second structural point, so we're halfway there. And the other one we knew is A, and we knew we needed to have 10 for it. The moment your weapon systems go beyond the thermal regulators, the drop ship howls. Heat rushes through its frame as the internal safeties fall one by one. The armor plates groan and burst, shooting white-hot vapor into the frozen air while the ship overheats from within. For a brief, harsh moment, it seems like the battlefield falls away as the huge ship turns in on itself. More point of damage, so we'll flip that over. That was the damaged. That one dies at the end of the turn as well. Probably a combination of the damage to the waypoint and to the shots it took itself from the grizzly. Or sorry, from the kingfisher.
And now we bring on our last dude because we got the 2 that we.
That's right. And then so next turn, when we come back for the next game, we will get our Nova Cat stepping onto the board for turn 4. So through 3 turns, we've very successfully pushed forward aggressively and taken out 3 of the 4 waypoints already. I would say, comparatively speaking to what I saw the players do over the course of 2 conventions, the Black Pants Legion guys did it in 6 turns. And I think the quickest one was 7 turns at Anime North. Jess, do you remember?
Might have been even sooner. We had a couple of something Stuart noticed is when we had younger players. We're talking like kids playing. They were berserkers.
Yeah. With dumb luck.
Berserkers.
Yeah.
Like we had some Warhammer guys come in like really tentatively and ended up just the Aces deck just took advantage of them, flanked them and wiped them out. But some of these young kids were just death or glory. It might have been 5 turns. I'll double check with Stuart though.
So we're going into turn 4. Can we get? I don't think we can get over there fast enough because they're all on the other side.
How fast is the guy that's coming on?
He's slow. He's a big, heavy missile boat, is what he is. He looks cool. He looks really, really cool. You guys could get a.
Yeah, get him in the dice cam, Paul.
Let me get him on the dice cam here. Where's my dice cam? Dice cam, and then we're going to go.
It's going to take a couple turns to get player units over to the other waypoints, but.
Why is my obs bot not moving? My obs bot does not want to move.
Oh, the little robot guy won't bend his neck.
Yeah, he's like on strike here or something. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There he goes. Had to pay him and he was fine.
That works for
you
me.
guys.
Yeah, the Nova Cat B. I love that sculpt.
Very
He's
nice.
pretty cool.
Nice paint.
I'll show you some of the other ones while we got the cam. I can't move them too much because we're going to continue next game. He's coming on here. I'll show you the Bear Slayer because he's easy to replace or put back in position. There's the Bear Slayer.
Nice.
So if you guys have seen the artwork, Jeremy and myself over at Forbes did everything we could to match it exactly.
Is that red stripe a decal or
No,
is that freehand?
Jeremy stippled red on the on the striping. What we did for the Pirate Force, and look, this is not canonized at all or anything like that, but the actual artwork there is accurate for the Bear Slayer. Whether or not that is a actually, Rui, if you slide into the middle, I can go to the chats. I think I can go to the chat screen. Oh no, yeah, you're pretty much there. Yeah, go into the middle. Yep. Yeah, slide over in the chair to the middle and move forward. I can get the chat screen up here.
All right.
And it's pull closer to the table. There we go.
There
okay.
we go.
So it's not been determined or decided yet that I know of if that's the actual scheme, which is this here again, of the whole unit, but it has been released that is the Bear Slayer's artwork online. So what I did was we did him like that, and then we did one stripe, same scheme, but one stripe for all the additional units within the pirate force. Because I have prototypes that are resin pre-production for showing off for promos at Adepticon and etc. I painted up 2 forces, so I have the advantages of a full pirate force for display and promo purposes, and
Nice.
also the Tau Galaxy from Clan Ghost Bear. So come out to the cons or come out to any of the play events. I'll let Jesse do the sign off tonight with where we're going to be and what we're going to be doing over the course of the next week, and where you can come out and possibly see us in the future for events.
Absolutely. A bunch of stuff getting knocked off the board, and so moving on to sort of the next set. But as usual, we have our weekly events. Coming up next will be Monday morning, will be another new episode of the Second Circuit, the Folks Network podcast. If you're behind on that, be sure to check it out. This most recent episode, we had the creators of Hotspots Draconis Reach on. We talked to Josh Franklin, Kestrel, to Ed Stevens, Metal Ed, and to Mike Basalion, who play tested the Loneliness Isle campaign at the end of it. We had a real good chat with them about how that book works, how it ties into Aces, how it sort of evolves from Hinterlands, so that's great. And this Monday, there'll be a new episode that's mostly me and Evelyn. I know some of you play Mech Warrior, the video game equivalent to this. They just released their new DLC, and surprise announcement, it's a sequel to the cartoon. So we spent some time talking about the animated series that I know Paul is much too embarrassed to admit that he likes as much as I do. Following that, we are playing games in Ontario, Canada. We are at Sir Games-A-Lot in Barrie on Monday. We're at the Game Chamber in London on Tuesday and Wednesday. And on Wednesday, we're at Harry Tarantula in Midtown Toronto. Also skipped over, I should mention, if you happen to be in the Toronto area this Sunday, the Wingmate Aerospace Tournament is happening at the Sword and Board on Bloor West. I think there's still a couple of spots left available for you to sign up. You need a buddy because it's the Wingmate Tournament, so you're going in teams of 2, but be sure to check that out. You can find more information about that through folks as you go. Then those games that I mentioned, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday we will be back here for Friday Night Aces. Also just want to remind everyone, we're almost exactly a month out from SobsCon. That's a Catalyst demo team event that's being held in Burlington, Ontario at Torchlight Games and Hobbies. It's happening on June 27th and 28th. It is currently the largest exclusively BattleTech event in Canada. Folks Network is going to be there, at least for one day, running a full playthrough of Aces Legacy, a full 3-scenario campaign. Sign-ups for that are happening now, so be sure to check it out. You can find out more about that at torchlightgh.com. There may be some other stuff coming up. We're just waiting for confirmation on that. You may be able to catch us at other places. We will let you know as soon as we know.
Correct. Well, Rui, it was great having you on tonight. We'll bring you back next week or whenever we can have you to come out and play with us.
Awesome.
It's great to have you in town, so close now on a regular basis to do gaming stuff with you. For viewers, again, thank you for your donations and your subscriptions. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Help the algorithm. Comment. Go ahead, make fun of Jesse, make fun of Tommy. Praise Paul. It all comes out in the wash, and it all works to the benefit of the channel, which ultimately we turn back and try to create cooler and bigger and better things for you guys, both on the channel and out at conventions. We will see you next week. Enjoy your weekend.